Good evening, everybody. Happy Thursday? Happy Thursday, guys. Oh my goodness, a rare Thursday stream. A rare Thursday stream, who would have thought? From me? Actually, you know, it's funny. How did I lose my train of thought so fast? Okay, so this is our postponed stream from Sunday, right? Because I spent Father's Day with my family playing Ghost Recon, which went really well, by the way. It's been a really long time since we gamed as a family, so that was really fun that I got to join in on the competitiveness. Only thing is, right? Now that I realized, I use like the headphones. And I don't have a reason for a mic. Wait, here, let me show you. I was gonna turn on the hand cam, but I'm gonna hold on that. Anyways, I use a gosh, what is this? A HyperX headphones? Because a headset has a microphone, right? And then I have my streaming mic. So, you know, when I'm gaming on PC, I'm so used to I have my necessary equipment. But when you're gaming on the PlayStation and I'm like trying to talk to everybody, I'm like, I have to hold the controller kind of close or else they can't hear me. Because I'm a bit of a soft speaker. I'm just like, okay, that's a little bit annoying. I'm spoiled with my crispy mic. Hopefully it sounds crispy. Is there pops? Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Hello! Yeah, so this is our postponed Zatsu from Sunday. And then I was like, okay, let's see, when will my next be, like, available? Right? And Wednesday was the original day. But then I was like, oh, wait, but GTA 6 pre-orders open on Thursday, so perhaps we'll have some GTA 6 things to talk about. Considering how much of the games I've been playing lately from Rockstar. Well, hey, it's Thursday, there's no trailer 3. But we did get a lot of screenshots, so I thought, why not talk about that either way? I really don't know, I don't know much about like the cosmetic stuff, but hey, it's worth a peek, it's worth a look. Yeah, welcome in everybody, happy Thursday. Let me know how the audio is, if it's good. The Famana it's what a strange phenomenon. Gosh, I'm gonna stop the attempt right there. Yes. Welcome in everybody. If you'd like to mark yourself present for today's stream, how about I see some palm trees? How about some palm trees in the chat? Yeah? You can tell I'm really excited about Grand Theft Auto. And there's been a lot of discourse about it, so I'm really excited to talk about that too. But we'll that's me shutting myself up. Yeah, the different tech. Yeah, I'm so used to having everything with like my PC. So it's like, and I only play single player games on my PlayStation. It didn't even occur to me. I was like, wait a second. Where am I talking into again? And Mexico won yesterday? No way! Congratulations to Mexico. Who did you guys face yesterday? I heard there was a lot of fireworks going off in my neighborhood. I assumed... I thought maybe it was for the South Korea... Gosh, what was it? Was it South Korea? South Africa. I was like, oh, is there like South African fans here? I never would have guessed. It was probably the Mexico fans doing the fireworks. That's been really fun. Hearing all the fireworks go off at night. Like, I've been really enjoying that. I'm like, oh, I wonder who must have won. What team were they cheering for? against the Czech Republic. Ooh, are they mighty strong? The Czech Republic. Czech, please. Oh yeah, Japan, they just started playing Sweden, right? That started at 7. There is a watch party. There's actually a couple of watch parties. And I was like, oh, should I go? Should I go? Well, not today, but I don't know. Maybe a future one. I would like to meet some more of the Japanese people in the community. I need, to be honest, I need hanasu renshu, kaiwa renshu ga hitsuyou desu. 私は全然喋りないですから。Now that I think about it, I didn't do my Duolingo today either. It's okay. We'll be ending the stream because I have my meeting at 9. Be ending this stream around then. Fingers crossed. There's no trailer 3 to talk about, so I think we'll have enough time to talk about everything. There wasn't really like a lot. Did you guys notice the thumbnail? I thought it was really cute, and I didn't want to change it. Also, I didn't have the file available. So I couldn't just change the text. I was just like, you know what? Whatever. We'll just keep it like this. The boomer is bored. Yet there is... I don't know. I feel like there's quite a lot to be excitedly talking about today. Oh, I can't believe it. I'm on a YouTube stream. Alright, here we go. Bored yap. Not so bored yap. But I don't know. I was like, this is cute. I don't want to change it. I don't feel like changing it. Anyways, welcome in, guys. Hello, Eins. Hello. I hope you're having a great Thursday. A nice start to your pre-weekend. Doom. Hello. How are you doing? TND. Hello. Happy Thursday. And Ado, happy Thursday to you. Audio's good, by the way. Awesome. Happy. I know that there's been like the pops going on the mic, but I don't know. I don't know what's causing it. They played well, but they got tired at the second half. And then boom. Oh, it was 3-0. 3-0. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. If like they were able to get it towards the end. I heard that there was a couple of upsets this World Cup, right? Like, I don't know. People passing? No. God. I lost my train of thought again. Oh. Wait. I didn't realize I had this button. It's been unlabeled this whole time. I didn't realize I had this button. Wait. I'm peeking at you through the window. Wow. I didn't realize that's a button I gotta make sure I don't press. My thumb slipped. I didn't even know that it was there. It's been, I mean, now that I look at it, it does say just head. Just head. I've completely gone like this whole time just not looking at it. The last few months. When did I last use that? It might have been like a year ago. Oh, head. Sorry for the scare. But you know, as a demon, I can just I always do my Duolingo at 11:40. Oh, that's Taihen time for me. Because I feel like I'll be like, okay, 11:40, let me do it soon. And then I'll brush my teeth and I'll get ready for bed and then I'll forget about it. And it's midnight. So I've gotten in the habit of doing it in the morning on my commute. I do it in the train. Like as soon as my train comes, I load up a couple of lessons. That way I can knock out like 3 of them and then feel a little bit accomplished and still play a game after. Play Friday Night Funkin'. and yeah, I didn't I didn't have to go into the office today, but I'll go in tomorrow. I didn't have to go in today, so I was like, I didn't have the Duolingo habit. I passed the notification earlier. I dismissed it. When that is typically when that's a bad habit. It's a bad habit of mine. So I dismiss all my notifications all at once, all the time, because I'm just like, oh my god, there's more than 3 here. This is so overwhelming. And that's how I usually mess all my DMs too. Do it late, but then fall asleep, right? Right? Yeah. Duolingo. My streak actually, because I did the gosh, what is it? Super Duolingo free trial. And honestly, my streak was, I think I used a lot of streak phrases. And I didn't mean to renew my membership. I just forgot to well, no, I did try to cancel it. I did try to cancel my membership after the free trial, but it was like, because I'm signed in on my iPod and I'm signed in on my phone, and I tried to cancel it on the iPad and they're like, oh, you can't do it because it's the wrong device. And I'm like, which email is it connected to? Because I tried changing the email a couple times, and it was just a really complicated process of like trying to figure out where I can cancel the membership from. Eventually I did figure it out, and that was like after a year or so of having like Super Duolingo. Don't get super. I've earned way more gems. When I had Super Duolingo, I was like not getting any gems at all, and I was probably having like, I don't know, like 200 in the bank at a time. Now, let me actually open it up. It's been really tough for me to like miss a day. Like, I feel like I'm more on track than when I paid for it on accident. I also have 1,562 gems. When before, like when you actually had the premium version, like I could barely pass like 300 gems. I remember I would be like so stressed out about my streak because I was out of streak freezes and I would forget. But now, here, I have an 893 day. Maybe I can show you guys. Alright, but I gotta charge my phone. But let's see, I think I can show you guys. Where is it? Ta-da! 893 day streak. Oh. You can kind of see it. You can see the 4 digits for my gems too. What? and then look, right? Right? Look, I have perfect months. This what, April? Yeah, April was also pretty good. But it was like when I actually was paying for it, it wasn't like super awesome. Wait. I just got a I think I don't know. It's an odd hour for me to stream, but I just got a notification saying OBS disconnected and then it reconnected, so fingers crossed it'll be okay. Anyways, let's address the elephant in the room. We got LARP Sahara over here. This shirt I got at the New York Knicks Championship Parade. You guys have probably seen a lot of stuff about that on social media. I went to the parade just because, you know, it's a big hot spot for human indulgence, and I was like, as a Hidanari demon, I need to go check this out. Let me make this. Yeah, actually, yeah. Let's. Should I? No. Here. Let's just make it a smaller. Let's make it smaller. And gosh, maybe I'll put it here. I don't know. Yeah. Charge your phone. It's on 44%. It's been like kind of on and off all day. You can see it's not the actual charge. Ooh, it's not the actual charger. I think this might be a charger for an Oculus. But it's the only one that I have plugged in, and I was like, I want my phone near me, so. Didn't notice any OBS blips? Okay, perfect. Perfect, because that notification distracted me. My bars were like in the red, so fingers crossed, fingers crossed. I would read the kanji lessons to keep the streak because they're quick. That's a smart idea. I never tried doing the kanji lessons. When I am in dire need, I started a music one, and I started math as well. And Hawaiian, but Hawaiian is Hawaiian started getting a little hard, so I don't know if I'm gonna keep that one. But I usually do the music one for like a really quick lesson. Oh, the hotel Wi-Fi, oh no! Oh no! Hopefully my Wi-Fi doesn't try to outcompete yours as the worst Wi-Fi in this room. Yeah. Fingers crossed. I don't know, but you guys said it was fine, so hopefully it will be okay. Boomi won the basketball championships, Pog. Yeah, that was all me. I was the one who did the cool tip in. Yeah. That was what game was that? That was game 4, wasn't it? Or was it game 5? Was that part at the end? Gosh, I don't really remember. I remember at the end of game 5 though, because I was at a local bar. I remember thinking, man, like it was just so stressful, as with every like fourth quarter of that series was so stressful. I just remember thinking like, I cannot wait for this to be over. They're not even my team, but it just kind of felt like a huge sigh of relief when they finally won game 5. And I thought, you know, it's like this, I don't know, maybe it's just because it's the side of the internet that I'm on, but it just seemed like everybody was talking about it. And I've never been in a city where they had a championship team. Everywhere that I've ever lived, there was either no team or their team sucked a major booty. So I was like, I'm definitely going to the championship parade. I don't care if I can't even see anything. I want to go there. I want to see what it's like. I want to see the energy, especially because I feel like for this one in particular, they haven't won since, what did they say, 73? A 53-year drought? The indulgence meters are gonna be through the roof. People are gonna go crazy. That is energy that I, as a demon, need to feed on. So I suppose without further ado, let me show you some of the things that I came across. Let's see. Hopefully this is cropped okay. Yeah, not really. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, I think it's cropped kind of fine. This is what it was like. There was a lot of people everywhere. This was in the financial district. Literally, wait, maybe I can show you guys on the map. Here. Ooh, Google Maps. Especially since we're playing Spider-Man 2. I feel like it's just been really fun to be able to show you guys around. Okay, wait, take a look at this. Oh, you can't see it. Wait, look at this. Oh, man. Oh, no. Oh, wait, check out Dua Lipa's New York City map. Dua Peep? What is she doing on Google Maps? Anyways, so the parade took place right over here. There's this thing, I've walked past it so many times and I had no idea, called Canyon of Heroes. I believe, okay, it took place on Broadway. We'll just drop ourselves off like right around here. Oh, you can even see it, here it is. So they have these little things on the sidewalks. I don't know exactly where it starts. Oh yeah, they even have it in front of the church. Let's see. La Let's see. Maybe it just starts over there, because I don't think I've seen it here before. But across this whole thing, this is where the parade took place. I think they said it was from Bowling Green Park, which would be right over here. Fun fact. Wait, Dua Lipa, can we go right here? Fun fact. And I actually did record footage to do a YouTube short on this place. But back in the day, I think it was King George? Or is it King Charles II? No, gosh, I think it might be King George. I don't know. But the British erected this huge golden statue of the king, and I think they even like had little gold things on here. And then the New Yorkers were so pissed off about that, they melted down the statue. This is the same fence. They took down the knobs that were on top of the fence, and they melted it down into some gold bullets. I'll make a YouTube short about it, so that way I can refresh my memory on the facts. But that happened here. And I think this is also where the parade started. So... Where the fuck? Oh, this is the bull. I was like, where do we go? The bull. Okay, I'm just gonna pull us up back over here. I don't know how to unblue this. But, oh yeah, it says Canyon of Heroes right here. So they have like all of the times that I think the local sports team have won the national games and stuff. So they'll be like the New York Yankees, year 1990 something. I don't know. I don't really know much about sports, let alone New York sports. But they did this whole thing, right? They walked across. I wish I could unblue this. Tulip Peep. They walked across this whole thing from Bowling Green all the way to the City Hall, which is right over here, just a little bit past the World Trade Centers. I think it's about a mile in length. And yeah, I think they call it the Canyon of Heroes because the buildings are so tall, it kind of feels like you are in a canyon. But yeah, they had all the buses go past over here. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a frame of reference before I showed you the actual videos. Okay, yeah, you can kind of see, this is how it would look on a normal day, pretty much. Yeah, you can see, you got all the cars, all the people here, blah, blah, blah. All right, and now, without further ado, let me go ahead and show you guys some of the footage that I got. So you have... From the get-go, you see a lot of people. I got off the train station, you start seeing a lot of people there in their Knicks gear. I didn't have any, because it's not my team. But I did feel a little bit like left out, because I wanted to celebrate with everyone else. Hence why I got this shirt. I got this shirt actually at the very end of the morning. I woke up at 6, got to Lower Manhattan at about 8. And then, can I like minimize this? Perhaps not. I got to Lower Manhattan at about 8, and like from the get-go, it was already super packed. It wasn't as bad as like some of the people you saw online were like, yeah, it was shoulder to shoulder getting out of the subway. It was not like that for me. It was not that bad. But it was like everybody was getting off because they wanted to go there. I don't mind Mr. Kiriaku back here. What is this? Oh, I'll talk about that later, actually. But yeah, you already see people like, you know, just hanging out, trying to get a good spot. We got a lot of these kids who are hanging out on the poles. It was really just like a giant block party, to be honest. This is, gosh. And it was so weird because I'm here like pretty often. I mean, not like super duper often, but I'm pretty familiar with this area. You know, it's FIDI. When people are visiting, you're taking them over to see Wall Street. You're taking them over to go see the 9/11 memorials and like One World Trade, right? It's an area I could get pretty familiar with pretty easily. I was so disoriented because there was just so much people. I was like, I have no idea where I am. Look. Wait, let's see. This is on Exchange. Let's see if we can find it. If I'm on Exchange, I must be Exchange Alley. Oh, I think it was right here. Exchange Alley and New Street. Wait, this one's New Street. Ah, fuck. Gosh, where the fuck am I? Exchange Alley. Here I go. Oh. Oh. I don't think whatever I walk through look like this. Can I walk through here? It's like playing the worst game of GeoGuessr. Okay, yeah, I think this is a little bit more accurate. Well, this is Broadway. I definitely did not get to see Broadway. So if I think I might have been down here, actually. Wait, Exchange Alley, Broadway, or was I looking at it from this way? New Street. Exchange Place. No, it must have been, was it here? Fuck, dude, I don't know. I don't know, but it was, I guess, oh gosh, yeah, I don't recognize it with the scaffolding. Did I zoom in? There's a Serafina there, and I Heart New York's gifts. Anyways, you can tell it's already pretty crowded. This is like me standing further away, but you know, you're kind of curious, how close can I get? How much can I actually see? So I did try to like squeeze through with my friends, but it was honestly, it was kind of awful because one, there's like this high school band or something. I don't know. You had all of these kids holding up their instruments, you know, so that way they could like see their friends as they're passing through the crowd. That was really difficult for everybody because literally like once you get to like around here, it's shoulder to shoulder. Like you could barely move. There was another lady, she had her suitcase and she was going in the opposite direction. She's like, I'm trying to get to my meeting. And I'm like, yeah, I get that, but you can't be like swinging your suitcase around. New York crowded, not just like being crowded, but this is like one of the biggest celebrations of sports the city has seen in its history. I don't know why anybody would even attempt to go down here unless you are here to celebrate the championship. It makes no sense to me. Granted, maybe she didn't know, maybe she couldn't really do anything about it, but I'm like, how do you even get, because she kind of like materialized at the I Heart New York gift shop. I'm like, how did you even get here? To be trying to turn around. But yeah, just a little bit, I can't even read what that sign says, but through this alleyway was where you're able to see the parade. I don't know if I got much of it. Oh, this might be a good video. Let's take a listen to this one. I recorded this one because I wanted to record that guy's flags, and well, let me just tell you, the crowd performed for me. I was like, awesome, that's great timing. That's really sweet timing. Thank you guys for doing that specifically for me. Yeah, this is kind of when I was, oh, here we go. This is on Broad Street. I did end up staying here for a little bit. I think I did watch most of the parade from here, but I really couldn't see much. Let's see. Broad Street. Okay, so this must be it. Broad Street Exchange. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, here it is. Okay, so they had this area was blocked off. Like once you started seeing these plants, like from, oops. Get the full screen, there you go. From these plants to that over there, like this whole little plaza was blocked off. So, you know, there's not really, I feel like, much of a concern when it comes to like people pushing together, because if it were to get like, you know, dangerous scenario or situation, maybe the girl came from here. Actually, I don't know, because they wouldn't have let her through. But you know, if it was to overflow, like they have all of this space to like let it overflow into. But for security reasons, they blocked off like that specific section. And then you can even see they blocked it off over there. This little sliver right here, that was my view of the parade. Which is fine, you know, I wasn't coming to like see anything. If I got to see just the small shine of the trophy, I would have been happy. I did think that I saw something pretty good, and I'll explain that to you in a second. But just like look at the sea of people. This is for the parade. All right, look at all these people. And then, let's see, probably like around here that we're standing. A normal day. Too bad this fucking huge truck is in the way. A normal day. There's actually no scaffold. Actually, no, there was no scaffolding. There's actually like kids that were climbing up on top of these windows, and they were sitting on top of the windows. I don't think I got a video of it, but you can see this guy. I think he's a Sweden World Cup fan, tourist dude, but there's a couple of Swedish fans there. I'm sure they must have had a really fun time seeing all of this. But yeah, it was, I got there at 8 and I was like, maybe I should just stay here. Me and my friends decided we're gonna stay put and wait until 10 o'clock in the morning for the parade to start. Parade starts at 10, but like I said, they're coming from all the way down here, and they have like their little opening ceremonies and whatnot, so they didn't actually reach our area until about 10:30. And by then, I mean, you know, you're more or less there for the vibes. But there was a lot of people watching like the live stream of the parade from their phone, which I don't know what kind of internet service they had. I was not able to send or receive anything. So it was really important for like me and my friends to like really buddy up and like stick together. Or else you're not going to be able to get into contact with anyone. Let's see. What else do I got? It's just a lot of it is just like back of people's heads. Like this guy, every time he moved his head, it kept getting on my camera. Look, I'm just like, oh, come on. We can see people watching from their office. I was thinking that's a really nice view. Yeah, but it's really a lot of people's heads. You got this guy's hat. Oh, this is just like some sounds. I wanted to record some of the sounds too, because I wasn't sure, and I think still I'm like unsure what I want to record things, but you can just hear how loud it is. There is music playing. There was a lot of marching bands too, like collegiate marching bands or like high school marching bands, or even just like friends who just have instruments going around playing their music, just bringing the vibe. A lot of people who had apartments there, and I do have a couple of videos of that, were putting their speakers at the window and then just playing like whatever New York City song that they had on their playlist. Wait, it's been a while since I looked at chat. Let me say hello to everybody. Hello. Boomi's a Knicks LARPer confirmed. I just wanted to celebrate, you know. I got this one. Okay, the story for the shirt actually, because everybody else was selling their t-shirts, $20 for one shirt, and I was like, you know, I think it's not like outrageous. I mean, some of them were like clearly AI generated t-shirts, which is kind of crazy, but you know, and $20 you're making a buck, whatever. But one of the first people that I passed by, he was selling one shirt for $5. So, you know, at first I was like, oh, I don't want to get a shirt. Like, I don't need it. It's not my team anyways. But, you know, you're there, you're in the environment. You kind of want to see a veneer to commemorate the whole thing. I kept looking around. Everybody was selling a shirt for 20, a shirt for 25. This one guy, he was selling Knicks, like, kind of like a chain, like a 3D printed, like, Knicks logo kind of thing with, like, the, you know, like the really thick, chunky chain. He was selling that. He said, 1 for 20, 2 for 50. I was thinking, I don't know if that's on purpose. I hope he gets some kind of sucker for that, but One for 20, two for 50. Either way, I was just like, I don't know if I'm gonna spend $20 on a shirt on a team that's like, you know, not even my team. But I came across this one at the end, like right at the exit. One for $10. I was like, $10, that's, I can do that. I can do that. I got a tenner in my pocket. I'll do that. Yeah. I've wanted to visit New York simply because the vibe seems like a lot of fun with the people there. I feel like we about to see Spidey swing through one of these photos at any time. Actually, I actually do have one. Let's see. Somewhere in here. Just give me a sec to find it. Oh, I think it's this one. This was as the band. Yeah, you can see that these people, this is like the end of the band, but they have the rope. So the band is passing through. And yeah, the Spider-Man is helping direct them through the crowd of people. Well, yeah, Miles Morales right there. Yeah, I actually got pictures of Spider. He's not in this frame. Wait, here we go. Ooh, oops. I actually do have pictures of Spider-Man. Do you try being taller? Wouldn't that be nice? I could just grow. But yeah, I think this day, I don't know, I don't mean to be corny or anything. I've only lived here for like, gosh, 4 years this year, but there's something different about this summer. I feel like it's really kicked off on a nice foot. Typically, it's pretty rainy this time of year, but so far, every weekend has been pretty sunny. The Knicks winning the championship has been a great way to kick off the summer. The World Cup, the energy of the World Cup going on right now just feels very welcome. Like, it feels like I'm in the world's largest neighborhood, you know? There's just so much camaraderie and like positivity I feel in the air. It's really fun. Also, Sunflower Amy, welcome in. Hello, thank you for stopping by. If New York had a tower building that's just an indoor climbing gym and you could climb to the top, oh my god. That would be insane. They actually have this place called The Edge. I've been there once and they have like a glass floor and you could see directly down into the bottom. At this time, I was like really even scared to walk on top of the gates on the floor, right? So once I saw the glass, I started crying, but my friends told me to suck it up and get my picture taken because it would be really cute for Instagram. So I did. I did suck it up. But they actually opened another part to it where you are kind of like a couple floors higher than the sort of balcony thing. And you can get strapped in and then they hang you like this. You know, they hang you forward like that, and you can like oversee the whole city. Maybe I can look it up and show you guys. But yeah, that's pretty crazy. The Edge hanging. Oh yeah, here we go. I'll do it for gosh, what number would make Duran happy? I'll do it for $1,000. Look at this. This is crazy. I have zero desire. Zero desire for this. This is like what you can normally do at the Edge. You kind of like, this is like the corner, like they have a little point. Wait, let's see. The Edge, glass floor. Yeah. This is at the Edge and you can like look down and stuff. And it's a pretty tall thing. This is what it looks like. How do you see the Edge from far away though? It's like pretty high up, you know? It's fun. It's like, it's in Hudson Yards, so it's kind of like a touristy place anyways. A lot of different attractions to do. But yeah. Anyways, back to the Knicks. And that's actually genius. If you only want one person to upcharge If you get more than one, 20 for... Was it two for 50? 2 for 50, yeah. I did a double take. I'm like, did I hear that right? Let's see. But yeah, I really was just, you know, stuck here behind all these people for most of the time, behind that guy's head. Again! But it was really fun. I mean, just being around the energy. Let's see if I can actually find something of the parade. And then this guy had his kid on his shoulders, which I'm like, I get it, that's fine, but I can't see! I want to see too! But, you know, anybody with the jersey on, or, yeah, that's fine with me. Yeah, all of my recording... Oh yeah, look, you can see a little bit. You kind of see, I was able to get a peek. I don't know who I saw, I don't know what I saw. Look at this guy. I was like, is this guy on the team? Wait, can I open it here? Oh no, that's just the downloaded. Okay. Well, I don't know if you can tell. This guy, he looks jacked as hell. I can't even zoom. He looks jacked as hell. But yeah, I was able to see like a small sliver of the parade. I do believe at one point, when a truck had passed, right? I saw someone who was just exactly as Jalen Brunson. So I'm like inclined to believe it's Jalen Brunson. He went like this. He like outstretched his hands to the crowd back here. To this little sliver of people. All of us back here. And they were all like, wow! They all erupted. I think I posted this one onto Twitter. Here, let me unmute. I feel bad just like zooming in on everybody's scalp, you know? I didn't record what I thought. I didn't record what I thought was Jalen Brunson. It was, you know, it just happened so fast. I don't really get a lot of time to like react to it. And then I thought, oh, other people probably recorded it anyways. I don't think I've seen a single POV from this awful angle. Let's see, what else is here? Wait, I think I do have some from some of the marching bands. I could find them. And I could just see a lot of people. I know like a lot of streamers were there. I saw all of that after the fact. I didn't see anybody like actually making content out there, which is interesting. I think this is the church. I don't know, is it the church? I was thinking like I think this is this church. Oh wait, no, where is it? Trinity Church. Dua Lipa, go over here. Dula Peep. Oh no, maybe this is not it. I thought it was Trinity Church. This is the cemetery. Trinity Church. Oh, we're inside. Yeah, it might. Is it the same one? Yeah, it actually might. Yeah. It is the same one. So this is Trinity Church. And I believe that I talked about this when we were playing Spider-Man 2, last week when we were webbing past. But this Trinity Church right here, I believe that this is the church in Grand Theft Auto 4. The church where Roman gets married is based off of this one right over here. And I think Alexander Hamilton is buried here. It might be another one. I don't know, but this one is by... I want to say it's by the World Trade Center. I don't see it. Maybe it's behind the buildings or hasn't been built yet in here. I do believe it's close to the World Trade Center. Anyways, wait. back to more vids. I did see this one. I do love seeing people come out with like all of their homemade gear. I think it's really cute. So this guy, he had the champs and he had like the trophy, the logo, and then all of their names and their numbers. And I was just like, dude, this guy, he was at home, he was so excited, and he made this and to ring it off and then show it off to everybody. That's the energy that I love to feed on. It's so wholesome. Let's see, is this one? I'm trying to find which one might be the one of the parade. Not parade. Oh, here it is. There's a marching band in the center. I didn't see any of it, but it was, you hear that everywhere. Even the ambulances got in on the action. New York Knicks forever, it says. I think you guys have probably seen, I think this might be, I mean, honestly, if this wasn't under construction, this is a pretty good shot that I like. With the One World Trade Center on the back, all of the people on here. Yeah, a lot of people trying to get a good view, but I think it's mostly just people hanging out too. This one was also a really nice, fun shot. They had the trucks that were out, I guess inviting people to climb onto them so that way they can get a better view of the parade. I wonder if they parked there specifically for that. Just in every video that I saw, all of them seem to be just like happy to be of service as long as nobody is like, you know, messing up their trucks, right? At least that's the videos that I saw. So I was just like, oh, maybe they did this on purpose. I don't know. Let's go Knicks. And you had all of these people who were gathered in front of the TV, in front of this, I think Orange Theory place, like the gym, and they're just watching the parade on the TV. So I thought that was really cute. Those are all the pictures and videos that I had from the parade. Really fun, really fun time. Yeah. Yeah, it was a lot of fun going over there. I really enjoyed, like, I don't know, just being in that energy. It was a lot of fun. Just seeing everybody so happy, so neighborly. They just all wanted to make sure that everybody was having a good time. Everybody was being safe. Everybody was, you know, being respectful. I do think, like, a lot of the videos that went viral when it came to, like, the Knicks fan base centered around all of the chaos going on in Madison Square Garden. Let me tell you, like, MSG is, gosh, it's like all the way. Do I know where Madison Square Garden is? It's like somewhere around here. Oh, here it is. It's like, it's all the way up here, you know? It's up there. We're a couple miles down, but I feel like Madison Square Garden, especially like after a game, it's a certain kind of crowd that is attracted to the chaos that is unfolding over there. So yeah, it's gonna attract certain people. Whereas here, I think you have like a convergence of all of the Knicks fans, the crazy ones, the mild ones. Literally the guy in front of me on the MTA like stairs, he had to be like 80 something years old, and he came by himself. He came decked out in his like little Knicks like polo and his cap and stuff. You had everybody from all corners, all walks of life coming over to celebrate the Knicks. So I think even though it was nearly 2 million people, the vibes were like, I felt a lot more safe than compared to Madison Square Garden, where you just feel the adrenaline buzzing in the air. Here, it was just a very happy celebratory moment, and I think everybody was, you know, keeping each other in check. Definitely felt, someone who's been to both, it definitely felt a lot more safe. Yeah, really edge. Yeah, this is insane. It's actually... Because I went to do this with my friends, and I mean, don't get me wrong, my picture came out really cute, but This, I can never do it. Like, I remember I took like one peek into the glass and then just instantly, I didn't even think that I was scared of heights like that. I just knew that I was scared to like look over the glass. One peek over and I could see like all the cars, like ants driving past. I was like tears. It was an instant tear. Never in my life have I had a reaction like that. I wasn't like sobbing or anything, but like it was just like tears started to fall and I just couldn't stop. I couldn't stop and I was like, my lashes, man. But definitely like the bungee one, that's insane. Like even to me, this is insane. This is scary. Even though the glass is like super thick, I don't know. But I mean, I think the experience is worth it, even just for the view. They have you can kind of see here these stairs. So you can like sit here if you're too scared. Here it feels safe. Towards here, I don't know, not so much. My body heavily disagreed with it. Yeah, the whole crowd just threw TV because it's like you can't see anything else. I'm glad that I was able to at least see a little bit. It was pretty cool. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and hop into the VC really quick. Because earlier this week, me and Nay and then Sunny joined us as well. We were talking about Genius. If you guys, oh hey, take a look here. And now the image has left. But we had a Genius Discord watch along for the last 3 Mondays. I invited them over to come chat about it if they wanted to. So let me go ahead and ping them. Me and Nay, if you guys wanted to talk about Genius, feel free to drop in. Okay. Alright. Cool. Okay. Anyways, in the meantime, how about we do a little bit of GTA 6 chatting? Alas, no trailer 3, huh? At this point, I was just like, you know, just release it like the day before. Like, don't even talk about it no more. Release it the day before, just for the lulz. But I was looking at this one, and it just made me laugh, and I thought I would show it to you guys. You guys know John Kiriakou? Someone said that he's like UL Paper in GTA 4. And so John Kiriakou, he's like, I think he was CIA, ex-CIA agent. And you know, he has like all of these crazy stories that he tells on TikTok and like on podcasts and stuff that have gone viral recently because people are making these edits and they're just like uncovering all of the media appearances he's been doing. And yeah, someone was like, oh, he feels just like UL Paper. And when did I even send this to myself? Earlier this month. I don't remember what I wanted to say, so I'm just gonna leave you guys with this information. I love this background setup you got. It's really adorable. You like it? You like it? You like it a lot? I'm glad it's comfy. I'm very obsessive with like my back. I was even thinking about, I don't know, like changing it, but I was even thinking about messing with it again. Is how things are laid out. But it's cause graphic design is my passion, so I love tweaking these things. Here we go. Grand Theft Auto 6. If you guys don't know already, I have been trying to play as many Rockstar games as I can over the last few years so I can prepare myself for Grand Theft Auto 6. It's not my first time being around for like a Rockstar release. Like I remember the hype for GTA 5 and Red Dead 2, but I wasn't really like, you know, in the thick of it. I was familiar with those games and, you know, I watched like my family play, like my dad and my brother play, but I was never, you know, I understood it was a big game that was releasing, but I didn't really see it as like why it was so, I guess, such a big deal that it was coming out. This is really the very first time that I get to be a part of all of the hype for a highly anticipated game. And honestly, the most highly anticipated game, it feels like. I feel like this is on a completely different level from everything that, I don't know, I've seen in general from video games. Then again, I'm still like, you know, the beginner gamer, But yeah, so I've been really having a lot of fun getting sucked into all of the conspiracy theories, getting sucked into the hype, when people, like the speculation of when new material is going to drop. And when nothing comes of it, it's no skin off my back. Like, I don't really care that badly. But it's been really funny that, I don't know, I feel like since pre-order information came out on, like, what was it, like a Wednesday, and you know, which is yesterday. I don't know. I feel like it's Friday. But ever since it came out yesterday, it just feels like there's been like a lot of salt sprinkled across the GTA 6 spaces with the bonus content. And I'm like, correct me if I'm wrong, but hasn't that always been a thing? Bonus content? Like, are we leaving the PS2 era here? I don't know. Yeah, regardless, I don't know. I had the hesitation yesterday. If you follow me on my Twitter, you do know that I've already pre-ordered the game. But I did have a hesitation yesterday because I'm like, there really is no reason for me to pre-order it right now. Like, I could wait if I wanted to. And then I thought about it for a second. I was just like, but then again, I'm gonna get it either way. Might as well get it right now. So that's how I ended up getting it yesterday. Even though, like, it really makes no difference. You get it November 18th, you get it yesterday, like, whatever. I guess if anything, you do want to get it on the 12th though. So that way you can download it early. I did get the Ultimate Edition. For no reason, but because I don't know. I don't really... I guess I do buy games like on Steam and stuff, but I never really get... This might be like my first game that I'm playing on release in a long time. Wait. Ever? Ever? Actually? So, you know, it's kind of like my first like big girl video game purchase. I was like, of course I'm gonna splurge a little bit on the Ultimate Edition. It feels like the little cherry on top to my whole Rockstar journey. We've started off with GTA 5, we played 4, we played the DLCs for 4, we played San Andreas, we played Bully, Red Dead 1, Red Dead 2, and we kind of played it all in sort of like a reverse order, which is a little unconventional, but I feel like, honestly, it's really given me such a great, deep appreciation for what the team at Rockstar aspires to do. And I don't know, I'm just really excited to see what they have in store for us. From everything that I feel like I've seen, like, look at this. It's so, oh gosh. All I remember was being so frustrated when I got to play GTA Online. I was like, I'm gonna make my girl character. I'm so excited. No matter what I did, she is so freaking ugly. Maybe it's a little bit better now with Enhanced Edition and like now that GTA Online is really popular, but this was like when GTA Online first dropped. It was abysmal. I was like, I'd rather be a dude. As much as I would play as a girl, I would rather be a guy, just so that way like the looks of my character can stop being so distracting. But I'm really glad that they started leaning into the customization of it. I know that GTA Online is not expected to come out the same day as GTA 6, but I think that's typically the case, right? I don't know. I haven't really I don't really keep up with this kind of stuff. This is, like I said, it's really my first like release cycle that I get to be a part of, but I think it's typically the case that Online comes out like a little bit after. Kind of remember that before. I don't know, but to me it makes sense. To me it makes a lot of sense. Anyways, they have all of these images that came out with the Ultimate Edition that I thought we could scroll through as we waited for Nay and Sunny to join us before we talk about Genius a little bit. How do I scroll through? Oh, I go like this. Oh, there's a bottom scrolling thing. There's a bottom scrolling thing. Interesting. Sorry, I'm just gonna share my screen in the Discord in case they join. They'll have context on what I'm doing. A skill issue, my GTA Online character, both genders are sexy as fuck. Wait, when did you make your character? When did you make it? I've only tried GTA, like the RP, in the last few years, but I remember on launch, maybe it is a skill issue, but I remember like I was like obsessing over every single detail and I could not do anything to make my character look the way that I wanted her to look. To look like me. I was like, dude, she's just... I don't know. This is not looking right. But it seems like they got like a lot of cars to show off, which, you know, it's whatever. I'm not like a huge car person, but I know my dad and my brother are hugely into cars. I remember we used to play Midnight Club, so seeing all of this like focus on the cars, I don't know, to me it just kind of feels like Rockstar is trying to build their magnum opus with GTA 6, which honestly, you know, that was Red Dead Redemption, so that game was so good. As someone who's just finished it, that game is awesome. I really do wonder. I wonder how they're gonna surpass themselves, but I have no doubt in my mind that they can do it. I feel like as someone who has gotten to know their games, and like it's really been the only game that I've been playing, like their games have really been the only things that I've been playing the last 2 years, right? Like consistently. I feel like I really understand them. I don't know. I feel like I get to come into it from an interesting perspective because, you know, I really am familiar with like the way that they built their game. You know, like you're kind of run like I don't know. You can see like how the mechanics and the features build on top of each other with like each new addition to their lineup. And then, you know, you see things get taken away, you see things getting added again, sort of like, what is it? Like the fitness you get in the San Andreas, and how that was taken away for a while, but then you get to come in to Red Dead 2, and then that's brought back, you know? I do feel like that they're going to try and, like, stuff a lot of that into GTA 6. That's what I feel like. Because remember in GTA 5 when that came out and people were like, oh, they couldn't do this, they couldn't do that. And then even back then, it was pushing the limits of the PS4. Then again, it's not like the PS5 is a young, spry console either. But, I mean, like, people say it really hasn't had any great games. I mean, not great games, but I guess, like, generation-defining games come out on it yet. This could be it. It could be pushing the limits of the PS5. I don't know. I would hope not, because I would like there to be some room for it to grow. Does that make sense? Yeah, look at these guns. The Hawk and Little Morgan revolvers. Like I said, we haven't played Vice City yet. I'm planning on playing Vice City right before 6, so probably like August, maybe? September, October, we might be playing Vice City. I don't really know how long it's gonna take. But I do what was I gonna say? Oh, if there is any Vice City references, that's gonna go over my head for now. To be honest, I can't disagree more on how acceptable as a consumer their pricing, distribution, and removed content is on 6, but the cars look great, and I'm really excited to see how deep the mods will be. Yeah, I think the modifications would be really cool. I don't know, for me, when I saw the Ultimate Edition, as someone, like I said, I don't really like buy games on release, I just see them as they're advertised, and I'm like, oh, okay, but for me, it just seems like another bonus content. It's kind of like when you get like a DLC for The Sims, or like if you get like an NBA 2K package, right? Where you get all of the extra like credits for your character, you get some cosmetic items and stuff. I don't know. To me, it just kind of seemed like business as usual. I can understand not being a fan of Ultimate Editions of games, but I think, I don't know. I haven't been able to wrap my head around the outrage for this one specifically, outside of maybe because it's such like a highly anticipated game. People are trying to manage their expectations and they're choosing to, I guess, react to this part of it. I don't know. But honestly, I'm just like, is this not like just regular bonus content that's like with any other game? Like Red Dead also had bonus content, and usually because when I buy an older game, there'll still be an option to buy it or not, and I'm just like, well, I don't need it, so I'm not gonna buy the extra cosmetics. More than the original cost of the game is paywalling specific features of a game that makes it incomplete if you don't get it. I don't quite follow. I'm an easy target though for Easter eggs because I nearly jumped at the mention of the Ricchetti estates. Right. I remember people talking about that. What's his what's his name? Tommy? I'm excited to get to know him later this year. And I hope that by playing Vice City first and then going into GTA 6, which is crazy because I feel like my brain, if I were to play GTA 6 right now, I feel like my brain is pretty primed with like all the Rockstar experience we've gotten over the last few months. But I can't imagine like going into 6 and then being able to catch all the Vice City references and stuff. I think that'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, people were saying like Little Morgan, is that like an Arthur Morgan reference? I don't know. To me, I guess on second thought, I probably didn't need the Ultimate Edition because it's like I feel like guns and cars and like extra clothes is stuff that you usually see when you see like bonus content in a game, and I typically pass on that. So I guess I don't know. Then again, I feel like it's like a nice little bow to have. Like this is the first like Rockstar game that I get to play on launch after falling in love with like all the games that they released before. Yeah, so I'm treating it as like the sprinkles on top. Yeah, they got the personalized variants. They put six different features. I thought it was just clothes, guns, and then like specific mod shops. Like if you want to do like more like street racing. Was it like street racing stuff? I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm a Sims player and they would paywall pretty much anything. Not saying that's okay, but it's just, I don't know. It just doesn't come across as egregious to me as I've seen other companies do. Like in The Sims, right? Like I remember on launch they didn't even have babies. And like I don't know, they removed so many features for Sims 4. I know Sims is like not a great example of it because like what they actually do, that is robbery. That is robbery. But for this one, I don't know. I can't agree with like I guess the physical disc thing. I can see where people are upset about that, but I do think that by this time next year, if not a few months earlier, people will have a physical disc in their hands. I just think that they are doing that to maintain any like leaks or something. But then again, I'm also not like tech savvy behind that, so I don't know about like locking the disc or whatever. But I don't know. When it comes to like the Ultimate Edition versus the regular edition, it wasn't. Wait, here, let's take a look actually. I know. I don't know. To me, it just seemed like certain clothes and stuff were behind. And then like certain types of like modifications you can make to your car. So if you want to do like something that's a little bit more off-road heavy, but I don't think it's going to like bar you from off-roading stuff in general. Like in Sims, you don't even get weather. You have to pay like, and then each one is like what, like, was it $40? $40 for an expansion, $20 for a like regular like gameplay pack, $5 for the kits, $10 for like other things. Like it's ridiculous. Maybe I'm used to the abuse. But yeah, I can understand being against bonus content in general. But like I said, for this one, to me, it didn't seem like they were, what is it? I don't know. It didn't, to me, it seemed like all of the discourse around it was not necessarily unnecessary. I do think it's fair to criticize like the practice of bonus content, but I don't know. When it's the norm for the last decade, it does seem a little reactionary to me to be up in arms about an ultimate edition. Especially when, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but I saw this guy, he quote retweeted Rockstar's tweet from 2018, around the same exact argument for bonus content. I think specifically the extra hideouts and the extra heist and like some other cosmetics for Red Dead 2. And I thought it was really funny because in the replies in 2018, it was the same exact things. People were saying like, oh, it's an incomplete game, which, you know, I think it's fair. It's a matter of perspective on like, did they cut things out or did they just add things on for people who want to pay a little bit more money? I think, yeah, that's a half glass full or half glass half full or glass half empty kind of thing. But, I lost my train of thought again. Oh yeah, but since it was like the exact same argument people were making like in 2018, 8 years ago, it kind of, and then yet people look back at Red Dead with such fond memories. I feel like, you know, by this time next year, like people aren't even going to remember this kind of, that this was the hot topic issue in Discord. Oh. Okay, I'm just replying. Yeah, I don't think it's like story content that they're removing. Yeah, no physical disc. For me, I was like, well, my PS5 Pro doesn't have a disc thing anyway, so I wasn't planning on that. But I do agree that when people bring up when you own a digital copy, like you're not really owning something, that is something of concern for sure. And I can understand the frustration behind that. But I do think that it's just like a staggered release because it's to manage leaks, I think. B, they'll have an opportunity like a month later, holiday season, to be like, hey, now you can own a disc. Was Red Dead similar? I don't remember, because I kind of like, I'm getting deja vu about this, you know? But I do think that, you know, you don't want to miss the opportunity to be like, buy the game. If you haven't bought it already, you could buy it now. You could get a disc this time. And then, yeah, just honestly, when people are talking about how much they milked GTA 5, just get ready for this to get milked. I think we just all have to prime ourselves for that. They've been working on this game and they've invested so much into it, and then GTA 5 is still massively relevant today. Yeah, they're gonna try and make a future-proof game with this one, I feel like. I do think this time next year people will have a disc in their hand though. And if I'm wrong, I'll give one lucky person their own copy of GTA 6. technically, I think, not owned by you, according to how they do digital things. And then also, like people say, it's to prevent resales too. So if they're banking on people to buy like as soon as it happens, then if they're banking on people to buy the GTA 6 like for pre-orders, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, I think you guys can finish it. I forgot what words I was trying to say.
Hello.
Nay, hello, welcome in.
Hello.
How? Oh, can you hear me? Oh, maybe she's getting set
Yeah, I
up.
can hear you.
Oh, okay. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Hello. Oh wait, is my Fugi? Is the Fugi shut up? Yeah. Is it? Fugi-san? Fugi-san, are you working? Hello?
Fugi-san.
Oh yeah, Fugi-san. Well,
Hello.
here, maybe I gotta load in a new link. Nay, happy Thursday. How are you doing today?
Yeah, happy Thursday. I'm doing good. I just ate some food and I was working on stuff, and then I saw like, oh wait, that's today. Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
I know, yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I hope you had a very nice dinner today. Wait, I'm gonna try and get this spooky working. Let's see, guys, chats, if you weren't aware, me, Nay, hosted a Genius trilogy watch along in our Discord the last 3 Mondays. It was a lot of fun, and we finished it up actually this past Monday. So I thought I'd invite Nay back to the stream to chat a little bit about the trilogy as a whole.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, wait, sorry, let me just get that image up, and then I'm going to get the Fugi working. But Nay, if you had any oh, it's because I'm on Discord on the web. I forgot. I gotta open up the app.
Oh.
I use web Discord when I'm feeling lazy because I don't feel like waiting for it to load, you know?
Oh. That's funny.
Yeah, if you had any starting thoughts about Genius to kick it off?
I guess like this second time watching it, like that's the thing, like I can watch that over and over again. It's definitely like a rewatchable thing.
Yeah.
And this second watch around, I guess like I watched it more hopeful. The first time I watched it, I feel like I was kind of like where everybody else is, where I'm like, bro, this guy's a clown. Like, even though I'm like, I enjoyed his music, but this guy's a clown, you know? And that's kind of all I really thought of him. I didn't really know about him as like, and of course we are looking just through a lens and like, you don't actually know him, but you do get to know a different side of him here. And like, I remember seeing a comment we were watching it, and it's like, this is like watching two different people.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's like exactly how it felt. And it just really like, it showed me how complicated like someone can be on first perception. You'll be like, wow, this person is like crazy and they're I don't know, this and that, but like everyone is so complicated down to their core. Even if they seem simple and like straightforward, like, oh yeah, this person's crazy, but like I feel like artists and creators, I don't know like if this is like an accurate assumption, but like I've just noticed like a lot of creators or people in our time, like creators in general, like over history, they've always been like, I feel like a little neurodivergent and a little weird, a little interesting, a little spicy neuro spicy. So then I feel like it's like kind of good almost, like it's like a strength, but also if those things go unchecked, it can sway in a extreme way, and he even looked back on some of his things, and he's like, I was having a manic episode at that time. And he acknowledged it, and no one knows that he acknowledges it like that. And if they did, I feel like they would have a really different opinion on that. Like, you know, that he's like, yeah, I didn't really agree with what I said there. And I feel like everybody kind of does that at some point. Don't we all look back at like things we've said in the past and be like, oh gosh, old me said that? Like, that's crazy. Or old me thought that, you know? And I feel like everyone has done that. So why can't, if we can forgive ourselves, why can't we forgive other people? And so I feel like we judge harshly other people. And I get like some people would never ever forgive him, but I don't know. I'm like, who are you to judge at the end of the day? I feel like.
Wait, let me switch to the app real quick. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, perfect. Yeah. I mean, like you said, granted he has said some like insane things. But I do think it's a kind thing, and like not everybody has to award somebody kindness. It's not like what is it, mandatory, I suppose, especially when you feel like the things that they have said hasn't been kind to you. But I do think the kind thing to do is to award people to have grace when they try to grow. And I'm sure that having a mental illness, and especially an untreated mental illness, and then also having the really unnatural, I guess, life, I think like having that level of fame and then having that level of what is it, glaze, for lack of a better word, people glazing you like crazy like that. I can only imagine what that would do to just how you look at life. And then also like the tragedy of losing his mother and stuff. Obviously, like none of that is an excuse, but at the same time, it does. I want to try to sympathize with somebody who wants to be better. Or, I don't know, or at least trying to hope that they can find a better route. A lot of the things that I was thinking of. Wait, let's see. One of the main things that I was thinking of when it came to this third episode was, to me, it seemed like a lot of it was about his struggle with identity in a way. Or at least, like, and the things that were running through my mind was a lot focused on his identity. So if I were to just scan through my notes, let's see. I said, Cootie's daughter saying that she wants to be an artist like Kanye West, right? She sees him as like an artist, and it really made me think about when people say separating the art from the artist. I think everybody has a personal boundary when it comes to that kind of stuff, and maybe it's not always going to be consistent across the board, because it's like we're humans, you know, and sometimes our lines will blur because we have a bias against certain people, which I mean, that's fine, like that's what humans do. But it made me think about like my relationship with Kanye West as an artist, as someone who grew up on his music from the start. To me, I think at least it kind of made me think about like, when does the artist transcend the art? Whereas like regardless if what he releases is good or bad, it becomes part of the art as a whole, because the art is the artist's form of self-expression, if that makes sense. And that made me think about gosh, let's see, I think very, very lightly about, I think his name is Jackson Pollock. Wait. I'm not like huge into Jackson Pollock. I'm not huge into like contemporary art or like expressionist art, but he's the guy who here, let me actually pull up let me share my screen so that way you can see too. But I believe that he had a very tumultuous childhood. And here, let me share my screen into Discord as well. And he used that expression onto his art. I think a lot of people will just be like, oh, you know, this is just like anybody can do this. He's just putting stuff onto like, you know, just smearing things onto a canvas and stuff. But I think it becomes, I don't know, I think part of the art, or part of the reason why his art is so popular, is because it's only his actions or his experiences that translate onto the way that he like throws the paint onto the paper, if that makes sense. And I kind of think that, I wonder if Kanye has reached a similar status where his self-expression through his art, or I guess the ups and downs that he goes through as a public figure, if that is becoming the art itself rather than just like individual songs. Like, it's becoming more zoomed out the more of a controversial figure that he becomes, question mark. And when he started doing I Hate Being Bipolar, it's awesome. That was a great album, but I do feel like that's kind of where people started to, where his private life started to become more of a topic of conversation, because that was also becoming his art, how he talked about his private life. I don't know. Yeah. D says, oh, sorry, he cut out.
Being super public about his private life.
Yeah. And then expressing that through like his music. And I even just think like how he's presented himself in public is also becoming like when you think about Kanye West, like, sure, you think about his music, but when you think of him, he's, I don't know, I think it's just like he's kind of transcended his music. Like, when you think about him, you're also thinking about his public what is it, escapades, his hijinks, I guess, and then his businesses, I suppose, and the things that he said. And I think that you're just kind of considering the totality of him versus like individual pieces. But I think, I don't know, it could just be me. Chat, if you guys follow him at all, do you guys think of that too? Did I explain it okay?
So you're saying like everything that like encompasses him?
Yeah. I think as he's gotten a little bit more off the rails, people are considering him more of like everything that encompasses him, everything that comes to mind when you think of Kanye versus just his music. Or thinking of like, you know, his albums as individual album pieces. I feel like everybody's starting to look at the bigger picture more because he himself is transcending like individual art. And I think I even brought this up at the end of the watch along too, that not to say he is going to die anytime soon, but at the end of his life, he is going to be somebody that people are going to like dissect endlessly for who knows how long.
Yes, he will definitely be a case study to like be looked into, because like, I mean, that's why I wanted, like, when I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, like, people need to see this, because it just, the heights that he soared and rose to is insane. And just everything that encompassed into it's just like insane.
Yeah, he's definitely because I wondered also how they were going to address like the gap, because it's like the first few episodes were surrounded on his very early days and like his breakthrough into the mainstream, and then you know, you just have this huge gap after that. And I was kind of wondering how they would bridge that gap, but narratively it did make a lot of sense that, like, you know, him and Cootie went their separate ways. Cootie focused on his family, and once they reunited, that's when they finished the documentary. I mean, yeah, I was just thinking about how they were gonna, like, you know, jump to all of that kind of stuff. But I do think it's interesting that it was, I guess, in a way, a time skip, and we're seeing the like the bad parts of Kanye, right? Like the arrogance and I guess mostly just arrogance, to boil it down to one word. But like his arrogance, like you've seen traces of that in the first 2 episodes, and then you could really see the consequences of that in the last episode. And it feels like such a jump, even though you could kind of see it coming. It feels like such a jump, and I feel like it's kind of is similar for Cootie, because this is somebody that you grew up with and you think that you know them, and then you reunite with them later, and I'm sure it was just as shocking as it is to him as it was for us to like see that too. So I think that was a pretty cool way to show that.
No, yeah, for sure. I thought it was like not really related, but I thought it was cool how like, you know, they started this thing kind of together and were on the ride together, and then they, you know, had the time skip, they spent time apart, whatever, and then they got back together and they were back to business, and that kind of reminds me of us.
Yeah.
Not saying like, not saying one of us is Kanye or anything. Not like that, but the fact that like sometimes you drift apart and then you find each other again.
Yeah, totally.
And when that happened, I don't know, it warmed my heart, seeing that like, you know, that's one of the real ones. That's one of the OGs, and why they're an OG and how they, you know, they believed in what they did, and yeah.
And I'm sure it must be like comforting for him. I mean, actually, I don't know. I wonder what it must be like. But at least for me, if I were to have like my life drastically change so much, I would personally find comfort in having somebody from my quote unquote old life to be there and kind of like anchor me into the reality of things. I don't quite know if that has happened, because it doesn't seem like it's like done much. But yeah, I don't know. I do think that like it's really only those kind of people who have seen you through many stages of your life that can help anchor you back into reality and like keep you in check.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, I don't want to like spill out their public life, but I have a friend that he like, you know, became a big streamer and stuff like that. And when he was like at his lows, like, yeah, he had all these like new friends and bigger streamers, whatever, but then he would always come back to like his best friend from before, and his best friend will tell it to him straight, not be a yes man, not be, you know, because there's a lot of people like kind of yes manning him, you know, and like, you know, and that part like kind of reminds me of that, of my friend David.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like a similar feeling, like you said, you want to call like your best friend or maybe like your family or something when you're going through something tough, you know, just kind of like ground you. I think it's a very important relationship to have. So I can understand also Kanye's mom seemed like his best friend. So when you lose that kind of anchor too, I'm not surprised that if he fell deeper into the sort of echo chamber that fame could be, especially for someone who has been constantly told how talented he is. I can only imagine like what kind of, I don't know, when you have a seed of arrogance like that from, I think his mom described like from his infancy, to have that watered and showered by just like endless praise and attention, I can only imagine what that does to you.
Yeah.
Let's see. Day says, my only qualm with giving forgiveness, at least of now, is that mental illness doesn't lead you to make a fully produced song like that song. Oh, yes. Yeah. And wait, I'm gonna read your next comment, Day. It was very strange seeing him be self-confident but very wary of arrogance, only for him to be exceptionally arrogant in the end. That is that is also true. I think losing your anchor to reality, his mom probably contributed to that. But I do agree that it's like,
yeah,
no matter what, he did make some really crazy statements, some really crazy songs, and that kind of made me think about his identity. It seemed like he was not obsessed with being a contrarian, but it seemed like that's kind of his default position to take. At least to me, I kind of interpreted it as his reaction to the expectations that other people were placing on him. For example, what people expected of him as a black man, specifically as a black man, you can't be MAGA or something like that. So he would embrace that to, I don't know if that's to like provoke a reaction or something, but to me, that kind of seemed to be like not where he was coming from. I don't know if he's doing this intentionally. I don't think he's doing this intentionally, but that was my read on like the direction that he took on that, and just doubling down on that because people are saying you can't do this, you can't do that or something. I don't know.
It's kind of like a little rage bait.
Yeah, but I also feel like he genuinely like believes in it too, because I don't know, it's just very strange to me as someone who has listened to his first 3 albums pretty endlessly. I think a good example of a song of him being very, I don't know if progressive is the word, but probably like woke in its traditional sense would be more of it. Let's see, We Don't Care. So there's this song that they played in there, one of my favorite songs. This is on The College Dropout, track number 2, We Don't Care. Oh my gosh, dude, the ads are ingenious. Is making my computer go slow. But the chorus goes, drug dealing just to get by, stack your money till it gets sky high. And then he says, kids sing, kids sing. And the kids are singing as part of the chorus. We wasn't supposed to make it past 25. Joke's on you, we still alive. Throw your hands up in the sky, saying we don't care what people say. I think that's, you know, him definitely talking about, I guess, drug infiltration into poor black neighborhoods, the life expectancy due to gang violence in like Chicago's hoods, and having, I don't know, like when I listened to that as an adult, like as a kid, I was just like, oh, it sounds happy. It's like, it's got a good tune to it. Like that was like one of my favorite songs because I like the melody. But as you're listening to it as an adult, as an adult, you're like, he's actually having kids talking about like selling drugs, that they aren't going to live beyond 25 years old because that's just how things are in their neighborhood. Even in family business, he's talking about like not being able to see family members during the holidays because they're incarcerated. But, you know, we don't care about that kind of stuff because that's the business that's staying within our families. Like he's talking about a lot of things that I guess that, like, you know, he grew up with a lot of issues within the black community. And I don't know, just like listening to that and then just like knowing where he ends up politically, for lack of a better word, it's just really like a whiplash. So that's what makes me feel like he's taking like a contrarian route when he's saying all of these provoking things. He probably does believe it, to be honest. But I think he's like, I don't know, not tricking yourself to believe it, but like, you know, when you're like standing 10 toes down because you don't want to admit that you're wrong.
I feel like it's like also, to me, it's like also going through like a phase, almost.
Like just being edgy.
I had a phase, bro, where I was like super on one side of the political spectrum. And anyone who like disagreed with that, like I was like, how could you believe in this? How could you vote for this person? Oh my god. And one of our friends that like she was like a big fan of like a different political candidate, and I was like, what? And like that was just like, I think, a phase that I went through where I was like, oh, no one can disagree with me, and if you don't have my opinion. And then I was like, wait, that's stupid that I think like that. And there's just a lot of people that unfortunately do think like that. But at the same time, that was just like a phase that I was like in that, you know, where I thought that opinion and I was on that side of that spectrum. And people
Yeah.
flip all the time at the end of the day. Like, they do flip.
Yeah, and I think with like Kanye as well, like actually I forgot what I was gonna say.
Well, Kanye, like, well, you were talking about how, like, he grew up this way, but then he's swaying his political or his, like, personal beliefs a certain way.
Yeah, I think it's, I don't know, because I don't know if it's like about his,
Contrarian and stuff.
yeah, like his political beliefs specifically, because I think he was, at least in the early albums, like I said, that's why I was kind of like hesitant to use the word woke. Like, I don't mean woke in like the modern sense, in that like it's progressive or liberal or leftist ideals. I mean woke in like, you know, you are aware like of, especially like in the Black community, you are aware of the issues that are going on systemically in your neighborhood, and you want to speak out about that. So I think he was doing that, and I don't know like where his political leanings might have been back then. It could even still, you know, not be too far off. But I do think that he's, the way that he spoke about the issues, he wanted to speak up about things that he was experiencing or that he saw, or something. Yeah, something.
I hear you. Okay, that I misunderstood, I think, at first. Okay, I got you.
Yeah. So he's like, what is it?
Yeah.
So it's kind of, I don't know. Yeah, I forgot where I was going with that point, but let's see. Day says he's certainly a contrarian, no question there. His first album is actually extremely well thought out in terms of lyrics and very conscious of real-world issues. I've had a really good time listening to it because of that. Yeah, I agree. It's definitely one of my favorites. It has really good humor in there as well. And to build on that, his lyrics came through so clearly, right? And then I think if you listen to his newer songs, I mean, to be honest, I haven't really listened to too much of his new albums. I don't know what's the last one I listened to, but even in like Kids See Ghosts, right? You can tell that he's mumbling through the lyrics, which maybe could be a stylistic choice, but then again, it's also been pretty persistent throughout his newer work. Because usually when, as far as I know, when rappers are making a song, you're kind of like mumbling through the lyrics to sort of get the shape of it first, or even like maybe like regular song artists do this too, but you're getting the shape of how the melody is going to be, and you start, you know, filling in those lyrics as you go. I think there has been a lot of people talking about too how he like undermixes an album and then he re-releases them or like updates the album with like a more professional mix. I think he did this with Bully as well recently.
Bully is like a really good example of that.
Yeah, because he just like re-released a new one. Everybody's like, oh, this mix is so much better. I think it's like another look at how he is putting out music as well. Like before, he seemed to be kind of a perfectionist to where he would, you know, want to enunciate. Like, you remember Through the Wire, he rapped through the wire, and his speech was maybe not clear as day, but it was like, it was pretty clear. I remember I didn't catch it on like first listen that he's like rapping with his mouth shut. But you listen to the stuff he's putting out now, it sounds like he's rapping with marbles in his mouth sometimes. Could be a stylistic choice, but I also think that it could be just that arrogance as well, where he's just kind of like, I mean, it sounds fire, people are gonna listen to it, who cares, like, what he's saying, I guess.
Yeah, I think I feel like it's definitely that arrogance. What's
like, people are gonna listen to it anyways.
Yeah, like when he made Lift Yourself.
Yeah.
Holy crap! Like, I feel like that was a big, like, it doesn't matter what I pulled out, it's gonna be gold because of me,
right?
Not even because he's like, I can literally sing about poopity scoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop, whoopity scoop.
And I shamelessly, I love Lift Yourself.
I do too. I like it too. It's like silly. I like me a good meme song.
Yeah, but you can't do a Lift Yourself too. I feel like, you know, that's at that point I'm like, oh, Collier, come on. Lift Yourself doing one song like that, good.
Yeah, I feel like that was definitely like, he's like, I don't know, if somebody like challenged him, like, oh, no one would listen to that. He's like, watch me.
Yeah.
See what happens. Like,
And I believe
Just to prove a point.
the lore is that Drake really wanted that beat, and Kanye snatched it from right under him, and then threw
Really?
some. Yeah, yeah. I don't know if it's real, but I know that that's the narrative that people are throwing around. That he
Ice
just did
Man.
that to piss off Drake. And then I also saw people saying that, like, you know, kids think poop is funny, so maybe he was trying to make his kids laugh with that one. I don't know, but
Yeah.
either
so
way,
crazy.
I think that's like another good example of like the artist's like personal life becoming part of the art, because it's like lift yourself. If you're just to show that to somebody cold, like it's okay, right? But then you add that story behind it, the Drake and the Kanye sort of beef, and maybe he made it for his kids. It adds those layers to the song that makes it more interesting and fun to listen to.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Next, I wanted to talk about Sunday service. I remember there was a lot of discourse around Sunday service when he was starting to do those, where people were saying that it was ego-driven, where he wanted to start a church where he could become God. Because I think they were really referencing that, what was it? That clip where he was like, I think I'm God, or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so people were saying like the Sunday service thing is like really ego-driven. And that made me think of a question. Is the Sunday service ego-driven, or is it a return to his roots? Because in like Jesus Walks is a really great example of that. Yeah. Because I remember for me, I was pretty, I don't know, I guess frustrated by the conversations around it, because I grew up with that more I guess Christian era of Kanye, for lack of a better word. Jesus Walk specifically, I remember my dad telling us that this was like a pretty big feat for a rapper to do, because it is a song without, I think it doesn't, yeah, wait, let me see. Jesus Walks. Like it was the first like rap song that was really centered around like one's faith, and a lot of people thought that it would not do well because rap music was pretty profane or like vulgar or something. And I believe that this song doesn't have like, oh, wait, let's see. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I want to say it doesn't have like any curse words, or it doesn't have any like I guess, yeah, profanity or like vulgar language and stuff. But it's been a while since I listened to it, so maybe I don't quite know. But yeah, like a lot of people didn't think that it would succeed because it's like a very Christian song. And so for me, when Kanye was doing Sunday service, and then even have like Ultralight Beam, which is a pretty like faith-driven song too, and yeah. I remember being frustrated by the conversations, because to me, I was just kind of like, I don't know, it seems like a return to like when he was dipping his toes into gospel for like music inspiration. But then again, it could be ego too, but I mean, I don't think it's like 100% ego driven. I don't know. But what do you think? Do you think Sunday service was ego driven, or do you think that it was a return to his roots as a Christian rapper?
I think like a little bit of both, like a weird mutation of both, because I remember one part where he was talking about how I feel like it's a little bit of both, because he sees himself as this, you know, godlike creature, but he also believes in God. So at this point, and I don't know, to TLDR, he basically is thinking of himself like a messiah. And messiahs are like, you know, top of the world, like I'm the one, I'm important, I'm very close to God,
I am spreading God's message.
And I feel like that's what he kind of thinks he is. And that's even like, you know, a saying like, oh, they think they're the Messiah or something, you know? And I think that's like basically where he's at in that. I think it's like both. Like he is humble in a way, or not humble in a way. He just like, not humble, but like he he is loyal to God still believing in God and stuff, but he's like, hey, I'm the one channeling his word through me, because I'm him, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I get what you mean. I
That's how I
didn't
feel.
consider it like that. Yeah, him thinking that he has this sort of like, I don't know if like almighty
Divinity.
responsibility, but yeah, sort of divinity, or to be the one to kind of lead the conversation. I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think especially to inject so much of his own aesthetic into it, like it was a very like Yeezy branded religious, quote unquote religious occasion. And I think it's also wait, actually, first and foremost, Geo Leveling is here, specifically Yuki, because Yuna is cleaning. Hi Yuki, welcome in.
We also like the pink one. Yeah, the blue one.
Yeah, so we're here. We spent the last 3 weeks watching the Genius documentary, so we're just talking about our final thoughts since we wrapped it up this past Monday. But yeah, let's see, what was I saying? The divinity. Oh yeah, I thought it was interesting
and stuff like that.
Yeah, because I had friends go to his Sunday service, right? And I think an interesting thing to think about is that people who are going to that, they're not going because they want a religious experience. They're going because they want to see Kanye West, right? So I think that's like another layer to consider into that. Like maybe he's thinking like, oh, because I have like this following, maybe I can like expose people to this kind of stuff. Or maybe there are people who are already aligned with that faith. But on the other hand, I don't know, like what bigger thing are you achieving? Or I guess what bigger thing has that album achieved in the grand scheme of things? So it could just be like an ego project too. Especially since it wasn't really like a long-lasting era for him.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. And this is like kind of slightly off topic, but not necessarily. I think you know this, but like I am a big fan of the Kardashians. I've been watching them since I was like in middle school or elementary school.
Yeah.
And they're not a great influence. I understand that. They're like really crazy people and they're bad. It's just they're entertaining to watch, and like some of the things that they do say, I'm like, okay, I get it. Like I feel that. But watching I'm trying to think, like watching some of the footage through, because it's so interesting that he married someone as egotistical as him.
And then
even more. Actually, but Kanye is obviously more egotistical.
Yeah, I was gonna say she couldn't deal with his arrogance. He out-egoed her.
How, like, it was insane to see that. And, you know, just seeing that, and through her camera crew, because like they had a camera crew too, and you know, you see like more of like him being dad and like, you know, North and stuff like that, and it's like really interesting. There's like a part where she talks about how they met and like they're like in an interview together, and like it's really cute, and you're like, aw, like they really like each other. They liked each other for a long time. But you know, as things go, sometimes it doesn't work out, and unfortunately.
I do think like his mental health was a huge contributing factor. But I remember when they first got together, one of the things that because it's like for me, my family, that was like a merging of worlds. Like I grew up watching like the early seasons of Kardashians, but I think definitely once Kanye joined the picture, I was not watching anymore. But it was kind of like the weirdest crossover episode, because I think the image that like my family had of him was a guy from humble beginnings, from Chicago, humble beginnings, not the best like upbringing, but he managed to, you know, find success for himself. And a guy like that who actually, I don't know. Anyways, a guy like that with that kind of upbringing, marrying somebody who has, I guess from a wealthy family from the get-go, like from before, you know, her fame. Like her dad was literally OJ's lawyer. You know, he's not like some nobody. He probably even had money growing up, like that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's not like it came out of left field, because it's not like, you know, Kanye's girlfriends previously were like total nobodies, but it was just, I don't know, I guess it was kind of like a surprising like merge for us. I know my dad wasn't a fan, but me and my mom were like, oh, is he gonna show up on the show?
Yeah. He apparently like saw her like on TV or like I forget what, and he's like, ooh, she's beautiful, and then he's like, I gotta have, like, he's like, I'm fancying her. And he knows who he is, so he's like, he can literally get any girl he wants. So that's when he started like chatting her up, and I'm like, dang.
And I think a lot of people attribute like Kim's, I guess, like lean into fashion to Kanye, because he was pretty he had a foot in the door when it came to like the fashion industry and stuff, and he was able to leverage his connections for that as well. Very interesting.
A monstrous empire that the Kardashians are. Like, that's like a whole other dissection too. And
I know.
I think I have like a lot of problematic faves, to be completely honest. Like my favorite Kardashian is Kylie. I look up to her a lot.
Mine's, I have to say, my favorite Kardashian is Kris Jenner.
Yeah, I was like, ayo.
It's because it's like,
hear a little bit why. I was curious.
I don't know. It's just like whenever I see them together, maybe it's just because they have like this. I mean, she's the matriarch of their family, right? And then maybe it's just because it's just like a lot of feminine bonds. Like you have a mom and like a bunch of sisters, but their family just always seems so close, and like, you know, they want to do everything together. I don't know, they just seem like a really tight-knit family.
Yeah,
and,
I do like that. I like that they do stuff like that together, and they really like want to be together, and I'm like, aw, like that's sweet. That's nice.
Like they really seem like a village. So I think, at least from the beginning, I remember seeing like Kris being I don't know, just kind of like the head for that kind of stuff. And like she was always there to encourage her children, for better or for worse. But, you know, or like I just make the best of a situation. I don't really know too much about like the launching pad. But if I remember correctly, or maybe I heard a wrong rumor, but I think it was like revenge porn, right? And then they twisted it into a situation that could be beneficial. But I don't know, it could also
like
just be
Kim's video thing.
Yeah, like it was like a revenge kind of situation. But I don't know, I could also just be running on wrong info too, because I didn't look too deeply into it.
Yeah, he did know, he knew about the video at the time. And apparently they were like gonna get together at one point, but then like he was seeing other people and she was seeing other people, so it didn't happen yet. And then they were like, ooh, I still like you, once they were like both single again. So, and then she's like, you know, the whole Ray J thing came out, and it was like, ooh, and crazy.
Yeah, because it was Paris Hilton had a similar thing happen to her, right? And I think that one was like a straight up like revenge, like illegal situation. For Kim, I don't know what the true story is, but from what I heard, I think it was also similar, like revenge.
It's kind of interesting. I feel like Kim is, because, you know, Kim got her own fame through Paris. Like, she got all those connections because of Paris.
Yeah, she was like her assistant or something, right?
Yeah, she was her assistant, and I'm like, oh my god, what Kim was to Paris, what Kim Kardashian was to Paris Hilton is what Ms. Kiff was to Ice Poseidon.
Yeah, actually. If it rhymes.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, now that you mention it.
That's like generally how I feel.
Yeah. It's interesting that like, and I don't know. Like, I wonder how it feels in that moment to sort of be like, oh, I'm the assistant to somebody, like this person who has like this kind of fame. And then only to, I mean, don't get me wrong, Paris Hilton is still really iconic. And I do love the direction that she's taken to be like an advocate more. But, you know, Kim's like level of fame completely like has overshadowed that. Like, it's now a fun fact, oh, Kim Kardashian was Paris Hilton's assistant. It's kind of hard to imagine. I wonder what that kind of like trajectory does. Yeah.
I feel like that's a fun parallel to like kind of draw sometimes, that can happen. You know, camera Andy can become the next big thing, and that's why people clout chase though. That's why people do the social ladder.
Yeah.
And people do it in VTubing all the time, and it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of it is like proximity to what was it? Yeah, proximity to sort of like a, gosh, sorry, I realized the time, so I lost my train of thought.
Oops. Oh my god. I mean, we can keep talking about this another time, but either way,
I was like, oh,
I'm
shoot.
down to yap about this one of these days.
Yeah.
We can continue yapping.
Yes, for sure. I can let you know when we could do like a dedicated like yap sesh. Talk about anything and everything, pop culture. Our favorite problematic faves.
I know our favorite pop. I know, right? One thing I did want to bring up before though, seeing Pharrell appearance in Kanye's thing, I do highly recommend Pharrell's documentary. Because I did not realize Pharrell is so involved in the music industry.
Yeah, he's like made everything.
Yeah, he's like made and also like where he came from. I'm like, oh my god, wow, this little guy came from where I'm kind of from, and I'm like, wow, that's kind of crazy. So yeah, that's definitely something like, and all the people that he knew too, like going to high school and stuff, Missy Elliott and all these legends that just like they went to high school together, and it kind of reminds me of us again, you know. And I think that's another one that reminds me of us, especially that he went to school with all of them, and then they're like they reunite later, and it's in Legos, and graphics are really cool.
Oh, I'm glad. I think we did talk about watching that in the Discord. I was gonna ask if that's the same one, the piece by piece. Definitely on my watch list, because that looks really cool.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. It's also just motivating. It's definitely a lot more uplifting, and Pharrell's a lot, more positive creator.
For sure.
So, yeah.
For sure. Yeah. Oh, then I'm definitely gonna watch it. I have a long weekend next weekend, so I'll probably watch it then. Fine. Yeah. And then I guess to wrap it up, my last two thoughts that I had on this was Kanye being surrounded by yes men, because he would just go off the rails, right? Like, people get him started and he just starts talking, and it's just kind of like, sounds like he's like angering himself. So I can imagine like a lot of people just, nodding and smiling, and then, you don't want to like tip him off onto the edge. And I couldn't imagine, to, I guess, bring it back to Kim as well, being his friend, like Cootie, day one, or even like being his wife, or, dealing with him through the ins and outs of the days, as he, has his untreated mental illness. Just must be like really tiring. Just all of like the footage of Cootie like recording Kanye, and then having to stop recording, because he feels like it's like intrusive or inappropriate to show the world, to expose that side of like one of his oldest friends. I don't know, it was just really like, it was heartbreaking in a way. And I didn't really have any thoughts to wrap that up with, but I wanted to mention it.
It was refreshing to see that, especially in our day and age of like YouTube kids nowadays. They want to record freakouts, they want to rage bait people, they want to see people real mad. Compared to that, to Cootie, he's like, hey, I'm gonna put the camera away, this is personal. So it's very refreshing to see that, instead of someone turn on the camera when like their friend is going through, you know.
That's a really good point. Yeah, it's that decency. He was able to just, you know, just be a decent person. Even when the person that he's showing decency to isn't always a decent person themselves. I think that ties back to like being able to award people grace. Maybe not necessarily like forgiveness if, you know, they've crossed the line for you, but to award them grace to be able to grow and learn from their mistakes, or even just hoping that they can do that. Wishing the best for them, which I think is a good way to, like, you know, wrap up our thoughts and how we feel about this guy. Mr. West. Wake up, Mr. West.
Yeah, wake up, take your medicine, take your pills.
All right, Nate, thank you so much for joining me. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up. So if you want to go into the meeting,
I'm gonna go to the meeting.
Go. Yeah, all right.
Thank you, Boomi. Bye,
you,
everybody. Bye, boomers.
Bye. See you in a second. Bye. Thank you. And to chat, thank you guys so much for joining me. Oh my god, I can't believe I lost track of time. But it's okay. There's still hella people in there, so I think we're okay. They didn't like. Well, they could have pinged me. I don't know. I don't see any buttons, so I think I'm good. I think I'm okay. I'm gonna go ahead and find somebody to send you guys off to for a raid. We will be live again tomorrow, playing some more of Insomniac's Spider-Man. That game has been really fun for me to play because it takes place in New York City, the city that I live. So it's been really fun last time when we played for the first episode, swinging around, giving some personal anecdotes and like stories and fun facts, such as Trinity Church that I got to show you guys in some of the Knicks footage that I took earlier. Oh, how could I forget? On Sunday, let's go here. On Sunday, we're gonna be taking Boomer Reports. It's like a little worksheet that you can tell what your fellow boomers are up to. Gosh, I think I know. Boomer Report. I think that's the command. Is it? There you go. You could use that form, fill it out, send in your little worksheets, or if you don't want to send in a worksheet, you could send me a letter or a voicemail or something. Yeah, and then on here, you know what, bro? I forgot that I even had this loaded up. Just show you everything. Here we go. Our upcoming lives. Okay, yeah, so this is tomorrow, Spider-Man episode 2. What could possibly... I know nothing about this game now that I think about it, so I'm really looking forward to like all of the twists and turns. I've managed to avoid quite literally everything about it, except that Miles Morales has a DLC. Yeah, so... Raw reactions, first time, continuing tomorrow. We're just gonna play as much as we can up until Brand New Day releases, and then once Brand New Day comes out, I'll think about how much more we'll play, but we have to leave room for Vice City, duh. On Saturday, me and a couple of other Lucid members, you can see T, Sunny, me, Seta, and Footy, we're gonna be playing the Mecha Chameleon. I thought it was like Mecha. I just realized it's a Japanese game, so it's Mecha Chameleon. It's gonna be Mecha Tanoshii, so please stop by. You've probably seen every other person play this friend slap game. Well, now it's our turn, okay? So you better stop by and watch it. And then last but not least, like I said, on Sunday we're gonna be doing Boomer Summit. So yeah, quite a few Boomy streams, starting the weekend early, but I do have to go in tomorrow. Well, anyways, I gotta get ready for... yeah, the meeting. So I'm just going to find somebody to raid super duper fast, and then I'll send you guys off into the world. Wow, everybody's streaming on Thursday. What the fuck? Maybe I should start streaming on Thursday. There's so many people to raid. There's so many freaking people to raid. Golly. Goodness gracious. Let's go ahead and send the raid over to friend of the channel, Mino Mieko, who's doing an art stream for a cover art. Oh, that's gonna be a lot of fun. Nice, relaxed, cozy vibes, which you guys definitely deserve. Making it almost to the end of the week. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there, Boomer. Hang in there. Hang in there. I'll see you once the weekend has officially started. If you have been sitting down for as long as I have, make sure you give your body a nice big stretch. Don't forget to stay hydrated. And last but not least, treat yourself to something nice. I'm going to treat myself to a night, a night ridden of anxiety for talking about controversial topics today. I feel like I handled it pretty well, though. I'm usually, you know, really weary about it, but I want to be more confident in, you know, saying things, even when they're not controversial. You know, like not dancing around the topic too hard. I don't know. Does that make sense? Either way, hopefully I'm just not going to be like, did I handle that okay before I go to sleep? I'm probably going to be more anxious about this part, that I even brought attention to it in the first place. I wouldn't know. We'll see. I'll let you guys know how it goes tomorrow. Until next time, take care. Bye. Love working the stream. Nice convo you had. I'm glad you think so. Thank you so much. Have a good evening, Boomy and everyone. Thank you for the stream. Had fun lurking. Thank you guys for listening. It's like, I don't know. I really like thinking these things through out loud, but at the same time, you definitely want to be conscious about the things that you talk about. So, you know, I try to be pretty, what is it? I don't know if agreeable is the word, but you know, try to be decent about it. And yeah, you know, just try not to cause too much trouble, but also like maintain decency. But I appreciate you guys listening. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your night. Sorry for the Discord notification. That was me. Until next time, take care. We're gonna go